Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. So, before we begin this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new videos that come on board. If you have a question, suggestion, a topic, if you want me to give you my take on anything, put it in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to do so. If you want to connect with me on social media outlets, on Facebook, you can search for me at looking for Carlos Flores Jr. On Instagram, on X, on Threads, you can type in at Back on Basics, and on WhatsApp, you can type in at Back on Basics 9985. So let's talk about getting out there and being active as we move through. I mean, some of us may be going into like winter or still in the middle of winter. We are going into springish. There's still going to be some rain coming up, but as we move on and we focus on our mind, right, body and emotional balance, we need to stay active. We need to do some stretching, some exercising, some movements, both inside and outside the house, or the home, or wherever, the apartment, or wherever you live. And so a lot of the times what we need to do is we need to make sure that we're actually balancing the mind, the body, and the emotions. Remember what I said. If you want to balance the mind, then you have to do something physical. If you want to balance your physical, your body, then you have to do something mental. And again, the emotions, they regulate based on what's balanced. If everything is balanced, you're golden. And so again, but remember, right, that you may be balanced at one moment, but at the next moment you may be too much or too little. And so again, bear in mind that things change, just like life. Things change, and so I mean, my first two videos, actually my first three videos that I've done have been actually, I think the first two videos have been shorts, but I was out at the UC Davis Arboretum because it's a beautiful time. We walked about almost 3.5 miles, and it's great because we got to see trees that are representative of California. We got to smell different things. I got a little bit of allergies. But that's okay. It's worth it. We were enjoying the walk. My wife and I were enjoying the walk, and so it's something that we have to focus on. We have to focus on our life balance, because that way we can focus on our goals. Remember, if we're focused and again we are positive, then that leads to motivation. When that leads to visualization of your goals and how to get to your goals, and then taking the first, second, or third steps, that leads to making sure that you're focused, right? Making sure that you're putting in the work, just like the late Kobe Bryant said, may he rest in peace. And then as you get focused, as you get everything all together, running all together, then you can unleash your beast, because your beast is the one that says, this is where I'm focused. I'm not stopping until I get to my goals. And so unleashing your beast is one of the things that I said in my first iteration of a Back on Basics YouTube channel. And I had t-shirts with a beast in the back. It said unleash your beast. I mean, it's things like that that just little things keep you going. And so again, right, stay active physically, mentally, emotionally. How do you do emotions? Hey, listen to music, right? How do you balance them? Listen to music. You can, with music, depending on the sad or happy or neutral kind of song, you can go up or down on your emotions. You can balance it, right? We want to make sure that we're in the present moment. We want to make sure that we're in here now. We want to make sure that we're always looking at now, right? Because that's your basic foundation. Being in the now, you can build your basic foundation with the things that you want to practice, The things that you're not going to change, you're not going to get rid of, you're not going to do something else. So again, that's the reason why it's your basic foundation. Just like me, these videos are my basic foundation, part of my basic foundation. Uh, you know, providing all of you with resources and different points of views on different topics. That's part of my basic foundation. That being in front of the camera, I didn't know that until recently. I mean, I kind of knew, but you know, I've always been doing things. When I was young, I used to do plays, and I used to do dances or like performances and things like that, but they weren't videotaped. I mean, they, you know, in the 80s or in the 70s, late 70s, because I was born in 75, they weren't cassettes and things like that, or only the rich people would have, or the people that had the means. And so, you know, I once I got in front of the camera when we did the media production, the production company, that just bolstered my motivation. And then eventually, when I started doing YouTube the first time, it just took me, I wasn't there. I wasn't focused. But now, ladies and gentlemen, after 500 days of making a video, yesterday was the first day in about a year and a half that I didn't make a video. Amazing, doesn't it? I took a break because I fell asleep. I was tired, ladies and gentlemen. And so, but here I am, right? After a 3.5 mile walk, watch my shorts, because there are different places in the UC Davis Arboretum, looking at different trees, looking at different flowers. I mean, it's amazing, right? Nature is amazing. That's another thing. Here's a tip. Sometimes when you can't sleep, sometimes when you can't, when you can't regulate to the time, especially now that here we have changed times, right? Yeah, just yesterday. So, or the day before, ish. So one of the things that somebody recommended me is that if I want to regulate my time, my inner clock, is go camping. Have no tech. Use the lights, use the woods. But then when you get to a point where it's kind of dark, it actually re-regulates your clock, your internal clock. I haven't tried it yet, but again, I'm giving you a tip so that way, if you ever go camping, right, put away your phone, put away your other devices, just enjoy nature. And believe me, it's going to reset your internal clock. All right. So again, let's talk about other things that we can do, right? So for example, when you're putting into work, you have to connect with your support system. When you're putting into work, you have to make sure that you're doing it for the right reason, because that leads to ongoing motivation. You're feeling positive, you're thinking positive, you're visualizing your endpoint and your success and your goals. I mean, there's so many things that change when you're focusing on those things. And so again, I want to make sure that you understand, right, that be active. Do things that you love doing. It doesn't have to be outdoors. It could be indoors. We have a rowing machine right behind me, because during these winters, like tomorrow's going to be raining, so I'm going to be rowing, right? I'm going to be rowing on the machines because I want to make sure that I'm active every day. So that way I'm healthy. So that way I maintain my weight and actually get to 200. Remember, I've been saying that since the holidays, but focused and I'm putting into work now. So again, right? Do the things that you love doing. You know, go out and have a picnic in the woods, or just I don't know, do something active, play a sport, just play like a unofficial game. There's so many things that you can do. There's so many activities that you can do as well. There's nice places you can go hiking. There's nice places that you can do other activities, swimming, I mean, rowing, canoeing, whitewater rafting. I mean, there's, again, right? You decide. The thing is, you gotta find your center, right? You're in the moment, here and now, in the present moment, because that'll center you. That'll get you focused, so that way you can move ahead and get moving, or continue moving in your goals. And remember, this is the last thing I'm gonna say to you for in this video. Life is not a race. It's a marathon. Take advantage that if you're running, great, get to your goals. If you're in a marathon and you're pacing yourself, great, you'll adapt. You'll do things. You'll look all around you. You'll use your support system. So get to it. And again, mind, body, emotional balance. Back on basics.